identify with this. His son is like a basketball junkie. I mean, he goes to sleep with the ball in his bed, and, he saves up his money to get a special kind of tennis shoes and wears his favorite player jersey. That's all he can think about, basketball, basketball, basketball. So, he's on the phone and his dad's trying to call to let him know, hey, everything's okay and the ministry's going well and we're safe because there were some crazy things happening where we were. And this little boy he goes, Dad, I can't even talk to you right now. Do you understand what's happening right now? And he said, no, what's going on? Dad, the dream team 3, we're down by like 15 points at halftime and I think we're going to lose. What's the world coming to? What's the world coming to, Dad, when the dream team, the best players in the world, my heroes, they're going to lose? And his dad very calmly said, son, relax. Wait a second. First of all, how's your mom? No, Dad, you got to, It was like the only thing that mattered was this basketball game. So his father said, I guarantee that they'll win. Really, Dad? Yeah. Take my word for it, son. I promise you, without a doubt, just relax, take a deep breath, go back in front of the TV. The second half will be played. They will win the game. You can bank on it. I'm your father, and you can trust me. Really, Dad? Yeah. So he says that, and the kid gets, well, okay, I think things be pretty good. Now, this fellow does not have the gift of prophecy. There's a 12-hour time change. The Olympic game is being viewed in America 12 hours later than it actually happened. This fella and I saw the last 4 minutes of the game. It actually happened. We knew the final score, even when in the midst of the game it looked like, what's the world coming to? And if you want a little parable about the message of the book of Revelation, it's a word of hope from another world, from your Father. It's a word of hope from another world, from your Father. And your tendency and my tendency is to look at the scoreboard. And the scoreboard goes up and it goes down, and sometimes we feel like we're ahead, and sometimes it's a health issue or a relational issue, or there's a terrorist attack, or something happens, or the stock market crashes, or the housing market collapses, or one of our kids goes off this direction or that direction, or we get a biopsy report and we look at the scoreboard and we say, what is the world coming to? God, where are you? And what the book of Revelation, written to a very specific group of people when things were very, very difficult, was a word from another world, from their Father who already knows the end score. And says, like my friend said to his son, relax, son. Just sit down and relax. You'll notice in your notes, that was a word of hope from another world for a little boy in America. There was also a word of hope for a lonely disciple in Patmos. Patmos was an island. The year is about AD 95, 96. The disciple or the apostle, his name is John. He's exiled. Now, if you think your life has problems and you've kind of thought through a couple of them, John had some good buddies. They were called the apostles. And every one of them, by this point in history, has been martyred. John is the only one that isn't martyred. He is exiled on this rock island. The emperor is a fellow named Domitian. The church has been in existence for about 6 decades now, plus or minus. There's been Nero, and there was a time of real persecution, but Domitian is sort of like Nero on steroids. Domitian has declared that he is God, and you must worship the emperor, and anyone who doesn't worship the emperor would be put to death. And so the early Christians were called atheists. Can you believe that? Atheists because they didn't believe in God, the God who was supposed to be the emperor. So the scoreboard's not looking good for John. His friends are dead. He's old. He's on a rock. He's lonely. He assumes my life's washed up. Maybe there's some of you here who think, I'm old, my health's not very good, I can't do very much now. He's thinking, my life won't amount to much now. And it's very interesting that it's while he's on this Isle of Patmos, when his life isn't going to amount to anything, when he can't go anywhere, when he can't do anything, when he sleeps, there's a place if you go there where they say he slept and